with you. Man,
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Right. 54 Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. One left. Reload.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up second and a yard.
On second down now. It's Carson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check, go. Check 3. Check.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Got it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at the 20. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
They'll run here with Barber. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
45.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. A gain of 32 that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A carry for Barber. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. But this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, ready? Blue way. 54. Right 54. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Easy. Shoot. Slip.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Ready? Black 25. Exit. And even.
Throwing on second and 14. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on third and long. Working out of the gun. Winston airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Run left.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Carson. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
45. I'm trying to collect. Hold. 45 to Mike.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He hits his running back, Procise. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's really just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Carson. And some room to roam now. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Winston now finding Godwin complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Slam, slam, slam.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running right, Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Winston now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 6-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Final
play of the half here, Winston. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12.
From the 38, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it down.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third. Sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
54 Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Easy. Double dog. That's the way.
Third and long for Winston. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing is Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. This is Carson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creep. Hey, 0. Fair.
Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want?